I'm Kate Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Deathstroke, issue number 19, part 3 of the ongoing Lazarus contract storyline. What will happen now that the Terminator has gained the power of the Speed Force? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, Deathstroke is showing off his brand new super speed. Wally West, the Flash, is trying the best he can to catch him and talk him down from his plan of going back in time to change his future. Unsurprisingly, Slade is pretty resolute in his action, and in fact he even throws a little burn Wally's way by saying he's Slade Wilson and he's the deadliest, fastest man alive. Wally knows full well he can't take him, and as such he decides to find another way, making a tactical retreat. From there we get treated to a flashback of Deathstroke and Dick Grayson back when he was still in his Robin gear. Yeah, we're 3 parts into this story and we're only now finding out what exactly a Lazarus contract is. You see, the way it goes is after Grant Wilson, the original Ravager, was killed in a fight with the Titans, Deathstroke assumed his contract from Hive and swore a blood vengeance against the team of young heroes. Things took a rather unexpected turn though when Slade found out that he was getting custody of Rose Wilson, his Asian daughter. Deathstroke already saw what living the assassin life around his children did to at least 2 of his sons, and he didn't want his daughters to get pulled into all of this either, and because of that he decided to hire Dick. Essentially, Dick was to watch over her, train her, which is an actual true piece of canon, and in return Deathstroke would stop trying to kill him and his friends. Or, you know, at least stop trying so hard to kill them. It's called a Lazarus contract because if either man was able to not hold up the end of their mutual bargain, the contract would be resurrected. And yeah, that's pretty much what's happening now. Now, back in the present, the Titans and Teen Titans are licking their wounds after not being able to get there in time to stop Deathstroke from stealing the Speed Force power. Damian also leads the charge in verbally bitch-slapping poor Wally 2 for messing up as badly as he did. How could you trust a supervillain? How could you let yourself so easily be taken? Etc, etc. It's all very ugly, but at the same time, yeah, well, they're a little right. Wally was kinda dumb in this situation. Even if his motivations were ultimately good ones, however, fate chooses to punish Wally 2 anyway because with Deathstroke siphoning off his powers with the Icon suit, he can no longer tap into them himself. Now, where did OG Wally go? Well, to maybe the only other person who could help them defeat Deathstroke, the only person who hates him more than anyone else, and that is his son, Jericho. And okay, this is weird. So Wally treats Jericho like they know each other and like they've previously met. Obviously, Jericho used to be a Titan in the pre-DC Rebirth New 52 era, and we did see in flashbacks in the Deathstroke book that he did indeed have a costume and did indeed flirt with the idea of superheroing, but we're not exactly sure whether or not it happened. So, you know, it's right around this point in the book I'm starting to realize that the Lazarus contract is ultimately way more about Deathstroke than it actually is about the Teen Titans or the Titans, so much to the fact that we're treated to another flashback about the night Grant ran away from home, and basically they take a bunch of panels that we've already seen from Christopher Priest's Deathstroke book. Of course, they do add a couple more in there. We see Deathstroke challenging his son to a fight and saying that, you know, the cruelty that he subjected into his entire life was just to make sure that he was strong enough to one day take his old man. And well, we all pretty much saw where that quality parenting got the kid, 6 feet under in a pine box. Deathstroke ultimately proves to be a pretty fast learner with his brand new Speed Force powers, no pun intended. Why, he even goes on a little world tour knocking off a couple people who are on his hit list anyway. So much for swearing never to kill again once he gets his life back on track, am I right? Now, the Titans and Teen Titans Coalition aren't dumb, despite the fact that they've been pretty inactive in this story so far. They know exactly where Deathstroke is going, the site of the old Titans Tower, the place where his son died all those years ago. The big problem, however, is how do you stop a man from running back in time? The answer is, well, you can't, and as the comic winds down, Deathstroke ultimately ends up being successful in traveling back to meet his son before his untimely demise. So, there you have it, everyone. Deathstroke issue number 19, Lazarus Contract Part 3, and strangely, we're 3
parts in now. This is the penultimate issue, and I still feel like we're getting a bunch of setup. Yes, I know the next and final part will be the Titans annual, and that will be longer and will probably give them more room to breathe and finish off the story, but still. Also, as I mentioned previously, God help you if you haven't been reading the Deathstroke book up until now. It really has been his story for the last 3 issues. Now, personally, I have been reading that book, and I do like the characterization of Slade willing to go to no ends to try and fix his life. You know, part of me just wishes everyone else could get a little bit of play in the story. Overall, though, I did enjoy it. I would give it a 7 out of 10, and I'm interested to see how it's all going to shake out in the finale. So, there you have it, everybody. Lazarus Contract Part 3. I hope you enjoyed it, and while I have your attention, why not check out some of the other videos I have available from the channel this week. Want to keep up to date on all the Titans videos I got coming out? Well, there's no better way to do that than to follow me on Twitter at CapeJoel, or check out some of my other social media feeds down in the description of this video. And hey, while you're down there, if you want to get an awesome deal on some sick-ass shirts like the ones I wear in my intros to these videos, might I recommend T-Blocks? They're a great monthly service, and if you use my promo code down in the description, you'll be getting yourself a sweet discount thanks to CapeJoel. So until next time, everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.